If you haven't seriously explored the CAGED system yet, you are in for a treat. It could literally change your life as a guitarist. Many of us have heard of the CAGED system, and some of us use it quite a bit. You may be leveraging it without even knowing it. The CAGED system is like a beast that's trapped inside our strings and frets, longing to be unleashed. Let's set it free today. Here are 5 open major chords you've probably learned or are learning. I'll intentionally play them in this order: C, A, G, E, D. Now, think about those 5 letters. What do they spell? Caged. Before we go on, let's take a look at the piano together. As you can see, I've marked the individual caged notes with the rainbow colors red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. I'm actually going to play these individual notes in a descending fashion. I'll start with the note C. If I want to go to A, I need to move down by 3 half steps, which is the distance of a minor third. As I move to G, I only need to move down by 2 half steps, which is a whole step. Then I go from G to E with another minor third. Finally, I move from E to D with another whole step. Once more, the notes C, A, G, E, and D are found by leaps of a minor third, whole step, minor third, and whole step. We could go on in a repeating cycle, but let's hold off on that and instead take what we've just discovered on the piano and apply it to the guitar. As you can see, I've marked my guitar with the same colors along the frets. I've got red, orange, yellow, green, and blue at frets 0, 3, 5, 8, and 10. You can even spot the whole steps and the minor thirds if you look for them. I'll also provide a diagram on the screen next to me that shows all of this, as well as all the C notes up the neck. Feel free to pause this video for a second so you can study it. Okay, now I'm going to use this glider capo, which I can move up and down the neck, and which can even be stored at the nut. The nut is actually where I'll start, so I'll begin by thinking of this as a non-capoed guitar. Here at fret 0, if I play a C major chord, it's not just the shape of a C chord, it is a C chord. I have a keen sense of the obvious, I know, but hear me out. I'm now going to move through the CAGED system, and get this, I'll play the same chord using 5 different shapes, all facilitated by where the capo is placed. Now, don't miss this. I'm going to take the notes I played on the piano in descending fashion and use them to help me move the capo in the opposite direction in an ascending fashion on the guitar. I'm going to move by the same very specific distances. Here's how it works. Moving through the CAGED system, I start at the open red line with C. The next shape in the CAGED system is A, which means I need to move up a distance of 3 half steps or frets, which is the distance of a minor third. Now I'm at the orange line here at the 3rd fret. Here, if I play an A major shape, it actually sounds which chord? C. What? Now that I've played the C and A shapes, it's time to play the G shape. So I'll move up a distance of 2 half steps or a whole step as I land on the yellow line here at the 5th fret. And here I'll play a G shape, but it still sounds a C chord. Let's keep going. From G to E, I'll need to move up by 3 half steps or a minor third as I land on the green 8th fret, where I can play an E shape, which again sounds a C chord. One more. I'll move from E to D as I move up by 2 half steps or a whole step to the blue 10th fret, where I can play a D shape, which again sounds a C chord. So the distances are a minor third, whole step, minor third, whole step. The frets are 0, 3, 5, 8, and 10. The shapes are C, A, G, E, and D, which complete the CAGED system. But the chord in each of these locations is C, 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 and C. Are some light bulbs appearing over your head? If they are, it's because we have unleashed the caged beast. It is good to be us. Now, here are a few reasons why this information is helpful. First, you can play in any major key in 5 different capo positions. Let that sink in. Second, if you have a fellow rhythm guitar player, you could each be in a different capo position and still play in the same key. It's even possible for all 5 of these capo positions and chord shape configurations to be combined by 5 different guitar players, allowing for lots of different voicings, registers, and sonorities. Lastly, the CAGED system leads to unlocking the entire fretboard with or without the capo. You're probably getting the sense that there's a lot more to this, and you're right. But the good news is that I've blazed a trail for tackling all 5 versions of the CAGED system in major keys around the entire circle of fifths with very accessible multicolored worksheets, charts, tables, and quizzes, and I take a 4-week module to steadily walk you through it so that nothing is left out. Where and how do I do this? In my online monthly membership, Guitar Success for You, a one-of-a-kind experience designed to help beginning and returning guitarists to thrive. During the lessons, we tackle a lot of great material before we get into the CAGED system, but all the stuff I teach is super relevant and it will equip you to get the most out of the CAGED system. So, if you long to unleash the caged beast in all its forms, I'm your guy. Are you excited? Please head on over to guitarsuccessforyou.com to learn more or to join. We also have a public Facebook page at facebook.com/Guitar Success for You, where you can get updates and sample mini lessons, but the real premium curated content is waiting for you inside the membership. I hope to see you there. Keep playing your guitar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.